I think every Cuban kitchen has a rock. And what it is, it's a nicely shaped rock that you've picked up by the beach somewhere or up in the mountains somewhere or in a valley. I'll show you one of the great tricks about the kitchen rock. We take the whole rock. For the head of garlic, how do you separate it? You just pound it. You just pound it and it starts coming apart like that. If you're cooking Cuban food, you're gonna be using garlic. So, sometimes the skin just falls off and sometimes it doesn't. So in order to loosen the skin, take the clove and pound it with the kitchen rock and watch what happens. You take that little bit, that little end off, and off comes the skin. In this case, we are putting it directly into a mortar and pestle because these are very large cloves. Slice them in half, take that little tip off, and put them right into the mortar and pestle. And then I'm going to show you in a minute what to do once it's in the mortar. Usually what happens is you start pounding and they're slippery and they start flying out of the mortar. Okay, here's the way to keep them from flying out. You just take a little bit of salt and put it in there. And the salt acts as an abrasive so that then you can start pounding and they have a tendency, more of a tendency to stay inside the mortar. Ah, there, one popped out anyway. So you gotta be careful. It makes it a lot easier to keep them in the mortar without popping out. Without the salt, they'd be popping out all over the place. So this is typical of a Cuban kitchen. Lots of pounding of garlic with a mortar and pestle.